What's up guys, Storyverse89 here, and as you saw from the beginning, we are now playing a brand new game, Astroneer. A game that I actually played the early access for a long time ago. But now I'm back. And the game's obviously full release at this point. And I'll kind of be explaining it as I'm going, but this is mostly just a video on the actual game itself rather than a walkthrough. But today we're going to be starting a whole new sub-series along with the Kerbal Space Program series. And I thought it would make sense to do another space-related video. So, here we go. Now, I haven't played this game in a long time, but it seems to have changed basically not at all since I last played it. Basically, I don't want to explain the story too much because it's kinda... I forgot what I'm doing. The story is complicated, and it takes a lot to actually beat this game. Like, it's a lot longer of a game than you would suspect for usually games of this size. It's gonna be a lot of episodes before this video is gonna be done, considering that we just started and it took me, I don't know, more than 30 hours to beat this game, if not more. So, yeah. On the bright side, I remember most of what to do, so I shouldn't be bumbling around too much, hopefully. But I just gotta get a bunch of missions done. So basically, what I can tell you right now is that... Why is the oxygen tether a plant? Okay, that's new. Basically, you're an astronaut who, without any context, lands on a random Earth-like planet with no oxygen, which is hence the oxygen tethers I'm carrying. And you have to figure out the mystery behind this planet, do exploring, and eventually find more things to actually do. Oh, whoops, I was supposed to scan that. Scan. There we go. And whatever this weird little cube is, you have a cool terrain tool, which I'm holding right now, to dig and collect resources, because this game is all about resource collection. It's a lot of grinding, honestly, but it's a pretty good game. And as you can see, I'm definitely not the first astronaut. But now we're gonna use this thing, because don't know what this is. And the sky is glowing. What? Whoa. Why is the sky breaking into pieces, or is that just an aurora? Okay, maybe I haven't played this game for a long time, because that is nowhere near what the game was like before. I don't remember the sky lighting up. That's interesting. Well, we're gonna get everything hooked up, and I guess start building. So, as I said, this entire game is about base construction and flying to other planets. A lot of grinding and resource collection. And this useless spotlight that, or this useless floodlight that literally doesn't point down. What is the point of this? Okay, we're just gonna put this on the base for right now. Actually, okay, now it makes sense. So this is a fabricator. You can go through your menu to fabricate different objects. And I need to remember which button it is to open the menu, or I guess I can just pull it out from my backpack. This little thing, which you use to research things. It's like the Kerbal Space Program tech tree, essentially. But, different. Because it's a completely new game, and there's a lot of things to unlock. Wait, there's a hoverboard? There's a lot of different flight things. I think there's like a VTOL, there's like a train. There's different kinds of rovers. This game's very big, and I don't know how much more stuff's been added other than this strange looking object which lights up the sky for some reason. Do I just keep hitting this? I feel like I should stop doing this, but global stability is 8 point. Oh, does this just check the stability of the planet? Ooh. Honestly, this game is beautiful. I forgot how pretty this game was. And, man, it's been a long road since this game first released. But it looks like we got to find some resources. Alright. So basically, we just gotta collect a bunch of resources. This macaroni resource is, I think, called, yeah, it's resin. Resin and compound are gonna be like the number one resource you're gonna be using through this entire game. Until like later when you're building like a shuttle. But we're not to that point yet. We're at the very, very beginning of this game. And I have no resources. I do see some compound in the distance though. This white stuff here is compound. It's all weird looking, but this is the most common resource in the game. You'll find a lot of it over time. And you're gonna need a lot of it because everything requires compound in this game. So there we go. We have 3 compound, or 2 compound. I need a third one. Hold on. Okay, alright, we're back. 3 compound. Compound is also used to make tethers. So, like this. You use your little inbuilt backpack processor to create yourself a little thing. Why is this on my tool? So you can create like tethers for you to breathe oxygen, or make like a canister. This game is very extensive. What is this? I don't know what half of these do anymore because I haven't played this game in so long. But basically you use resources to print bigger printers and just get bigger stuff. And colonize planets and figure out the mystery behind the planet, because this game is actually a lot bigger than you would expect. I know I've already said that a couple of times, but I really mean that when I say that, because this game is crazy. There's so many planets for you to explore. There's an entire solar system of destructible planets to explore. I mean, the amount of coding this game must have taken must have been extensive, because we haven't even scratched the surface of this game, literally and figuratively, because you can go into caves. In fact, I spend most of my time in caves often, because there's a lot of crucial resources in caves. But as you see here, I have created the medium printer, which of course has a major power drain. And power is a major problem in this game. We're going to have to do a lot of power management, which means we're going to cancel this. Put these back in my backpack. And we're going to go create some power generation objects. That means we got to go here to our little printer in here. We got to find some batteries or something to make. Okay, well, I finally found it. As it turns out, I don't have any of the resources required to build any of these. But I think we're going to start out with the wind turbine and the small solar. Which means it's time to do some exploring. Because now I need... well, I kind of need some shit. So, I guess it's time for some epic exploration montage as I just run around looking for resources. Because this entire game. You will spend basically your entire early game just looking around for supplies. Like, this is literally just the whole game. On the bright side, we can make the small generator already, so I guess we don't technically need to look for ceramic, aka clay, which I'm pretty sure is a mountainous object, although there's also copper. And copper is another one of the resources that I need. Or I can just find a medium solar panel down here. You know, that works too. Yeah, so as you saw earlier in the game, there's plenty of little random, like, objects just laying around from previous astronauts. And you gotta go find them and use them for yourself. You can also scrap debris and turn it into stuff that you can use in the trade system. And honestly, it's very complicated, but you gotta do research, power generation, oxygen, did I already say research samples? And yeah, there's like a lot to deal with in this game once it starts taking off. Which, honestly, I played the whole game, so I can do it again. Maybe. I don't know. It took me a long time to beat this game. So I have a feeling it's going to take me a while to beat this one too. So it sounds like a lot, but I have a feeling that this channel, or not this channel, this sub-series is probably going to take anywhere from 60 to 70-ish episodes, depending on how frequently I make them and how often they progress. Yeah, so 70 to 60 episodes is a lot. Not to mention the day and night cycle in this game, so you gotta deal with all that. It's like a lot to work with in this game. And now I have explosives, because why not? We're gonna get this solar panel set up, so our medium printer can finally work without having extensive power drain. Because, just as I said, that is a major problem in this game. Power drain. But we'll save here. See me in that little shelter. And I think it's time to find some more resources. Because the next thing we need is the research chamber. So, excuse me while I go find some resources. And we're back. After a long resource collecting. Well, I mean, it wasn't that long. It was like a minute or two. Oh, what just happened to the camera? Like a minute or two, so it wasn't actually that long. But this is basically going to be the whole game. Is a lot of resource collection and a lot of printing. Very, very slow printing. Oh boy. So expect a lot of that from the series. It's just a whole lot of time lapses of me collecting resources. I don't want that used yet. Of just a bunch of resource collection, scouting around, etc. And looking for fancy resources. Like this thing. God, backpack, get out of the way. I want to open the other backpack. Like, see, look, we got some research samples here. Got another one of these things, whatever this thing is. And we got the work light. Do you not know how many work lights I go through in this game? So what does that do? So it did the same thing. Mine bank transfer to training program complete, missing data, unrecoverable, proceed. So I just like broke the sky. Probably want to fix that. Okay, so I don't know what that does. Apparently it does something. Global stability. Oh, so did I just like absolutely f the entire ecosystem in like a few seconds? Is that what that did? Well, I don't know exactly what that means for this, but it's probably not a good thing that I'm destroying the ecosystem by clicking this button. So maybe we won't do that. But, well, I guess we gotta go collect more resources, because sure enough, I'm out of resin. Ugh. One resin. 2 resin. Okay, there we go. 2 resin to print a new platform. I think we can get some resources too from this little thing. Yep. Look at that, free stuff. I love that they give you free stuff for completing mini missions, which is honestly very helpful in this game because printing everything yourself becomes a serious hassle later in the game. Because it just takes so long to do everything. Ugh, at least we have some storage space now. And we have the canister, which gives us soil, which I forget what soil does. I think you can, like, use a centrifuge or something to centrifuge. Oh, yeah, it's the soil centrifuge, which centrifuges, soil. We are 100% getting that next. I forgot how important the soil centrifuge is later in the game, because you can get resources out of the centrifuge from just dirt, which is amazing. And this brings us to our next little operation here, finding research samples, which is another major power drain. Again. Yay. More power drain, which means more production of power generation objects. All with resources I don't have yet. Oh, well. I guess we're gonna have to do that next. On the bright side, we have all these little collapsible things and a couple more platforms. We'll just keep these packaged for later. You can get the packager to package up objects, which is very helpful when you're going on shuttle missions. But we are far from shuttle missions. At least we got a nice storage now, though. We will be bringing all the tethers we can, just because tethers are very helpful. And we gotta go get a research object, which is actually right here. This little thing right here you can just pick up and carry over to your research station, which I just built. And you get those bytes out of it, because you saw me collect a couple of those byte things earlier. And I haven't explained it yet, but bytes are just the research stuff you need to start unlocking more technology, aka the Kerbal Tech Tree. And yeah, so this is going to take 5 minutes, and yeah, it's putting a strain on the power grid. This is going to take forever. Ugh. Alright, well, with a super long strain on the power grid, and the sun is now going down, of course, means our solar panel won't be doing anything. Which is kind of sad for me, because that means I have to wait a really, really long time. Bright side, there's a bunch of these tethers out here. And scrap. Oh, and a backpack. And more bytes. And this thing. Alright, well, we did get another spot of compound. And, whoops. What looks to be a cave already. Yep. It's like we found cave access. Oh god, I'm going really fast. Ow! Usually if you just dig down far enough, you usually find a cave. So we're just gonna dig down this way. Oh, and we're gonna get some of this organic, because if you get organic, you can run generators, etc. So we're just gonna dig down until we find something. We're just gonna dig down until we find something, which usually isn't too long. Like the caves are, yep. Here we are. A region of cave. Just as I said, it's very easy to find these. Ooh, and some carbon. And some... Oh, I'm gonna botch so many of the pronunciations of these ores. Oh my god. I forgot how fancy everything is named. Alright. Well, we're gonna throw... And we gotta make some choices. What are we gonna throw away? Well, I gotta get back to the surface anyway, so I'll just do a quick montage of me going back. And we're back at the base. As you see, we've already used up my little storage area, and we can't really print anything right now. I was thinking of getting a small generator created, because that would actually be very helpful to me right now. So I think we're probably going to print a generator next. We also got to connect... Oh, whoops. Get this small printer hooked up to this. Turn on the light. So we need some more compound, of course, so I'll see you back once the thing's actually printed. Okay, and I have built the small generator. Here it is, generating power. So, you're going to use generators a lot in this game because, oh boy, does power generation become a serious annoyance later in the game. But now that we've actually gotten our power generation, we can store some of these items, even pull one of these things off, and add a new platform. Because we're going to be doing a lot of unpacking. Honestly, this is unpacking the game. Well, that and fetch quest. There we go, we got to back up some resources from that cave. A full soil canister. Some more of this. Laterite. And some oxygen filters. I think that's a pretty good place to end the video because we've already done quite a bit in the amount of time of this video. So I think I'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully we won't die at all. Well, I'll see you next time.